Nebraska always seemed to have Kansas State's number until Bill Snyder flipped the script a decade ago and turned this series into a rivalry. Last year in Lincoln, Joe Gans and the Huskers put up a new number, 73, as Nebraska lit up the scoreboard and danced all over the Wildcats. This season, K-State has a magic number, 6. That's how many victories it takes to be bowl eligible. But with 4 wins and only 2 games left, Josh Freeman needs to help his team avenge last year's humiliating defeat. Or the sun sets on Ron Prince's final season next week. It's Nebraska. And Kansas State.
To the 10, 5, Wildcat touchdown!
Right here, right now. On Fox Sports Net.
A Manhattan institution, Varney's Bookstore, and welcome to the Little Apple. This afternoon, Kansas State entertains the University of Nebraska, and it is the 10-year anniversary for the Wildcats. They had gone 29 years without beating Nebraska until 1998. And we take a look at the North Division standings in the Big 12. Missouri is in the driver's seat, but if they have a couple of hiccups and Nebraska wins out, Nebraska could represent the North Division in the Big 12 championship game. So Nebraska with a half a field to work with. They had over 200 yards rushing last week against Kansas. They had great balance. Throughout the year, they've been a 50-50 team. This is Marlon Lucky. We talked a lot about Roy Halou Jr. in the open. And Lucky continues to start, but Bo Pelini says we're going to play the hot back. And lately it's been Halou, and that's not to take anything away from number 5, Marlon Lucky. Here's that offensive line for Nebraska, and it's starting to really come on. Slauson has done a nice job. Javario Burks in there for Leiden Murtha again at right tackle. Swift and Peterson, big, tall wideouts. First down for Nebraska at the 46 of K-State. Here's a little naked, and Gans is pursued, and that's going to go as a sack. Running him out of bounds was Eric Childs. He'll get credit for a sack because Gans lost 3 yards on that play, so it's 2nd and 13. Childs had a big game against Missouri.
He sure did. On the outside here, Joe Gans, I think that this was a busted play because the wide receivers downfield were blocking. They were not out in the route concept there, so obviously somebody thought it was just a toss sweep. Joe held on to it there on the naked bootleg. At that point, you just got to burn it and or try to run it. He tried to run it, and he ended up taking a 2-yard loss.
Peterson crosses in motion. And that is going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Courtney Herndon. He's got an escort. Herndon inside the 10 to the 1. Touchdown, Kansas State. What a return by Courtney Herndon. Joel, you and I were talking in the commercial break before the start of the game. We said for Kansas State to hang in with Nebraska, they need something good to happen early.
And it happens right here. Courtney Herndon, the strong safety junior out of Dallas, Texas, takes his 2nd pick of the year all the way to the end zone. And this Kansas State team, you can just sense it in the crowd. You sense it from the sideline. They needed something big to happen in this first quarter. They've got it right there. A great momentum play to try to build on. Ron Prince told us this week that they needed to make a big play on defense, that much maligned defense, and they've got it right here from Courtney Herndon.
Not only a turnover, one that ends up in the end zone. 7-0 Wildcats.
Last weekend, I woke my 6-year-old for a morning hockey practice. He wanted to sleep in. I worried on the quiet ride to the rink that hockey wasn't for him. During drills, he listened, tried, sometimes failed, sometimes succeeded. All the time watching him, I had a smile on my face and tears in my eyes. The last half hour is free time. What do you want to do? I asked, a little afraid of the answer. Can we stay, he said, and he was the last to leave the ice. Hockey's a great game. We don't do anything else.
I got $583 from cashforgold.com. All I did was look through my drawer full of jewelry that I never wear.
Turn your unwanted or broken jewelry, gold, silver, platinum, rings, chains, and bracelets into cold hard cash from cashforgold.com.
I had no idea my gold jewelry was worth so much money.
With gold, silver, and platinum at their highest value in decades, cashforgold.com is able to give you top dollar for your unwanted jewelry. And because we own our refinery, we can cut out the middleman, which means more cash in your pocket.
I sent in my diamond wedding band from my first marriage and got money the very next day.
Just call the number below and ask for your free, prepaid, insured refiner's return pack. Fill the envelope with your unwanted or broken gold, silver, and platinum jewelry and mail it to our processing center. A safe, reliable transaction with satisfaction guaranteed.
Call 1-800-652-9086. Call now.
You got to think that this may be one of the best seasons that the Big 12 will ever have.
There's no other show built for Big 12 football like Big 12 Showcase.
Welcome back to season number 13.
Get a weekly preview of every matchup as Fox Sports Midwest gathers the experts to reveal exclusive insights about the Big 12.
Their schedule is so tough. Excited for them to see if they can carry that momentum.
And what they're going to have to do is get off to a good start in this game.
Big 12 Showcase, Wednesday night at 6:30 on Fox Sports Midwest.
You know, I know it's a cliche, but for Kansas State, hang in, and make something good happen in the fourth quarter. I mean, that's got to be their menu today.
No question. There's no question. They've already had something good happen. They capitalized on it. You got 7-7. I think if you're Coach Prince, you're in a good spot right here.
Here's McNeil crossing, and they fake the toss. Gans wanted to go McNeil, and he didn't have him. Swift will make the catch, and he is out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Nate Swift, the senior from Hutchinson, Minnesota, and that's his 55th catch of the year.
This is just terrific patience from Joe Gans. His first target is McNeil, then he's going to try to go to Swift. What happened was he took that progression early. He tries to go to Swift, wants to throw to McNeil again, then comes all the way back to Swift. Some good patience there from the quarterback, Joe Gans, in order to make that play work.
Trips to the top, first down for Nebraska. Lucky good on the blitz pickup, and it's complete to Niles Paul for 10 yards. Tackled almost immediately by Ula Pomelli. Gans is really efficient. Guy who really waited his turn this year, completing 69% of his passes, 19 touchdowns, just 9 picks.
That's a big year. And when you're talking about just in league play, Drew, he's over 70% completion percentage. And so that just shows you the type of belief he has in this system and how well he does run this system, the West Coast system under Sean Watson, the offensive coordinator.
Lucky will get a block from Gans, and he has 8 or 9 yards. Joe Gans said, "I'll help you out."
People will forget, he was kind of a dual threat quarterback in high school, Drew. He passed for about 3,400 yards, but he rushed for 1,300 yards in high school in Illinois. He's got some ability on the outside. That's what makes him dangerous. He's not a guy that's just going to sit in the pocket.
I got to ask you, because he put Ray Cheatham on his back. How many pancakes did you get when you were at Colorado?
I liked waffles.
Waffles?
So
okay.
I don't think I got any pancakes.
That's all right. Not many quarterbacks get pancakes. Unless it's the pregame meal, as you suggest. Short game for Lucky. It's going to set up third down and about a yard. Ian Campbell, one of the captains for Kansas State, has had a terrific career here in Manhattan. Makes the stop.
Drew, Drew. I think this is a big third down. Yeah, it's the first quarter. It's only 7-7. But this Kansas State defense has got to show this Nebraska offense that they can stop them in a short yardage situation.
Nebraska has been terrific on third down. Sue is in there at fullback. And they give to Castile, and I don't know. They go to the 245-pound tailback, the sophomore Quentin Castile from LaPorte, Texas. And it's going to be very close.
This right side, Joshua Moore, who got blocked by Sue earlier in the game. He comes in there, is able to make the tackle. It is fourth down now. Nebraska's going to go for it. So 2 straight plays where Kansas State's defense really has to bow up in a short yardage situation here and make a stop. Huge play for the K-State defense.
That's why I love that kid Joshua Moore. He can cover you and he'll come up in the run game. Fourth and short. Castile's going to get it. And Moore still going. Touchdown, Nebraska.
That's some terrific effort, Drew, from the 235-pound short yardage back for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. He's bottled up at the line of scrimmage, never stops his feet. Going to that left side, Sue gets a block, never loses his footing. That's huge in a short yardage situation because there's going to be guys all over the place on the ground, able to bounce outside, and then shows you some speed for a big back, able to get into the end zone for Nebraska.
And he stiff-armed Courtney Herndon, pretty good tackler in the secondary. 14-7 Nebraska. We'll come back to the Little Apple right after these messages.
Tonight on the Final Score, presented by Quiznos. Trent Edwards and the Buffalo Bills look to snap a 3-game losing streak as they clash with the Cleveland Browns on Monday Night Football. Plus, we have NBA action. The Phoenix Suns head to Utah. We'll have a Western Conference showdown with the Jazz. And we have highlights from around the world of college basketball. Pitt, UConn, and Memphis all tip it off. All the day's highlights in 30 minutes. It's the Final Score.
Every Sunday, live, the official BCS rating show. See who will climb, who will fall, and who will take the next step on the road to the BCS. The official BCS rating show, live, Sunday.
As we grow older, one of our greatest challenges is holding on to our independence while still being able to get assistance when we need it. That's why, if you live alone, I recommend Alert USA. With this system, if you're ever in need of assistance, just press the pendant and be connected to an operator who can summon help. With Alert USA, you can remain independent while remaining safe. And although the system is state-of-the-art, it's also affordable. To find out more about Alert USA, call now.
What's the most you've ever lost on a coin toss?
Get more from Cox Digital Cable with Stars. More convenience with on-demand access to hit movies and breakthrough original series in high definition. More ways to watch with theater-like entertainment at your control. Available anytime with Stars HD On Demand. Stars, more than a movie. Add Stars for just $5.95 per month for the first 5 months. Call 934-3955 to order.
Pro Football Preview, Friday.
Dr. Tom Osborne upstairs at halftime. Right now, Joel Goldberg has Bill Snyder. Joel?
Thanks, Drew. Joined right now by Coach Snyder, and fun to see you out there with Coach Osborne. Tell us a little bit about this program that has been so exciting for both schools.
Well, you know, it's been exciting for both the state of Nebraska and the state of Kansas. Tom and his wife, Nancy, have a mentoring partnership in Nebraska. They've had for 10 years, and they've done a marvelous job to help the youth of Nebraska. Governor Sebelius has allowed me the opportunity to work with Kansas mentors, and between the two states we have just attempted to promote mentoring and to provide, hopefully, every youngster in the state of Kansas and Nebraska mentoring opportunities. And over 5,000 new mentors have been involved because of the concerns of the two programs. So Tom's done wonderful.
And finally, fun to see both of you out there. Yesterday is the 10-year anniversary of you're finally getting a chance to beat Nebraska, and now all these Kansas State and Nebraska fans get a chance to see their favorite coaches out there.
Well, we enjoyed it, and the fans are great, and so many of them are involved in mentoring as well. I encourage you and all your listeners to do exactly the same thing.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you so much.
All right, that is Coach Bill Snyder. Hey, guys, they got applause from everyone in the crowd here, whether it be Nebraska or Kansas State. Upstairs to you.
All right, Joe. Well, I need not tell anybody out there of the greatness of those two individuals. That's when it came to Saturday afternoon. Legendary, both of those gentlemen. But I want to talk about the fact that they are two of the classiest individuals that you'll ever come across. And it's not a shock to know that Dr. Tom Osborne and Bill Snyder have done so much in the community and in the states, their respective states of Nebraska and Kansas.
No question.
After the walk-off, it's 3rd and 13. Kansas State needs midfield. Freeman, deep throw to Pierce, and he makes the catch, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, no flags. Anthony West was right there in coverage, but big Ernie Pierce at 6'4" just took the football and said, "It's all mine."
63
What incredible arm strength right here from Josh Freeman. We're going to see how he gets open, just a straight post route. You see the speed from Pierce, but then the ability to go upstairs and bring that ball down, the concentration. Even with Anthony West hanging all over him, able to bring that one down and get it into the end zone. Great throw from Josh Freeman off his back foot, late in the pocket. Had a lot of time, a late throw, and is able to still get it out in front of Pierce. That's a big-time NFL throw. Credit Pierce for bringing that one down.
Second touchdown of the year for Pierce. So now Kansas State has, in the coach's vernacular, made a play on defense, and now they've made a play on offense.
And that's exactly what Coach Ron Prince was talking about earlier in the week. And this is how you stay in this game, because Nebraska has already shown in this first quarter that they can be dominant on defense and offense, especially at the line of scrimmage. The two long drives for scores, and then you look at K-State, their two scores, quick striking. This one, a great throw from Josh Freeman off his back foot. Earlier, Herndon on the pick six. This is exactly what K-State needed early in this game to stay close with the Cornhuskers.
So Nebraska gets a takeaway, and that's something they have not produced many of this year.
No, they're very poor as far as turnover margin. I know the coaching staff has been preaching that in terms of ball security and trying to strip the ball on the defensive side. They're the beneficiary of one right there.
They're minus 11 this year, one of the poorest marks in the country. Halou Jr. has the edge. One of the things I love about watching him run the last couple of weeks, he got near the boundary, he planted his right foot, he said, "I'm not going out of bounds."
You gotta love that, especially as a teammate or an offensive lineman, anybody else, because you understand that that guy is trying to do all he can to gain yards for this team. The blocking on the outside was tremendous. Swift goes in there, gets a nice block. You got Drew Young, the backup tight end. He was on the outside getting a nice block. Halou is able to just run in the alley. You can see why Nebraska thought that they could be dominant as far as the line of scrimmage goes here today.
They'll run it again. Good bounce by Halou Jr. He's headed to the end zone. Touchdown. What a move by Roy Halou Jr. Boy, has he ever arrived the last couple of weeks.
How about that speed on the outside? As soon as he saw the end zone and he got to that outside, he just turned on the jets. First, the ability to be elusive in the backfield. A good blitz called by Kansas State. Halou sidesteps to the right and is able to get outside, and then you could see the jets turn on. He goes for the end zone, gets in there. Boy, they got some good backs. All three of these guys can play football. My goodness.
What do you do when you have gap control, the guy bounces at two gaps?
You know, the corner blitz on the outside, he's got to break down and make that tackle, or else you're going to give up touchdowns. Nebraska 21-14 over Kansas State.
Hey Rams fans, St. Louis area Taco Bell restaurants have an incredible deal for you. Savings Pass is good for $10 or more off tickets to selected Rams home games. Right now at Taco Bell, get a Savings Pass good on tickets to the November 30th game against Miami. Plus, your Taco Bell Savings Pass also gives you a chance to win a trip to a Rams away game. Get complete details at Taco Bell or at stlouisrams.com/Taco Bell. Savings passes and game ticket quantities are limited, so hurry to Taco Bell now.
This week on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Thursday! That's unbelievable! It's back and better than ever.
You really got to watch your backside.
We bring you the funniest.
Oh my goodness.
The craziest.
Whoa, he broke the window.
Most outrageous moments in sports.
What was that came flying in?
It's Best Damn's Top 50 Sports Bloopers 2. This week at 11 Central, midnight Eastern.
Every week, contenders emerge on the road to the BCS. It's BCS Breakdown.
This time they're going for 6 and they got it!
The weekly show featuring highlights of the nation's top teams.
Absolute sensational grab!
In-depth previews of college football's biggest matchups. Plus, expert analysis of the national championship picture. BCS Breakdown, Friday.
Jr. You say he's playing faster. You know, running back is such an instinctive position, yet when you're not sure all the time exactly where to go and you're still learning a system, you may not play as fast. Well, Roy Halou Jr. is playing fast now.
And all anybody wants from a running back is just decisiveness. You know, it helps when you have great vision and you pick the right holes and you're decisive that way, which Halou is. But in a situation like that, when you just drive the pile, it's decisiveness that the coaching staff likes. And that's what they mean by playing fast. He's not sitting there thinking, but rather just playing.
Here's the option to Halou. It's a load option. They blocked the edge. Why don't you explain that?
Well, the load option is an option that you are trying to run basically and get to the second level of the defense, and you're making the second level defender, as in a linebacker, the pitch key. A pitch key is who the quarterback is looking at to pitch the ball. In that case, it was 53, Reggie Walker. But anytime that you're blocking the defensive end, you want that pitch to happen a little bit down the field. Reggie Walker did a nice job of forcing the action upfield in the backfield.
Third and short, and that should be enough for a first down. Nebraska has only one timeout left. Clock stopped right now as they umpire with 1:41 left. So they still have a decent amount of time to traverse more than 40 yards. It's a first down. Too deep, Gans on the move. He gets a block and he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him inside the 25-yard line. That's the thing about the Big 12 and these high completion percentage that, you know, it begins with the Colt McCoy above 80%. All of those guys not only can throw it, they can tuck it down and run it.
And that's what makes them so dangerous. You know, Ian Campbell right there, a perennial All-Big 12 player, just bull rushes into the backfield. He's got a free shot at Joe Gans, and Gans is athletic enough to elude him, get outside, get out of bounds, and the first down.
Trips near side. And Gans in trouble again. And he's going to throw this one away. He's outside the tackle box, so that is not grounding. 1:09 left. Second down and 10. Here's what's in store for you from the Little Apple. We'll have an interview with Tom Osborne, who's the athletics director at the University of Nebraska. Also, a conversation with Frank Martin, who's K-State's men's hoop coach. And we'll check out the numbers and pictures from the first 30 minutes.
They got a win here at home last night.
And they're in action again tomorrow night, I believe. Here's the screen to Peterson. And he's dropped at the 17-yard line. Now it's going to be third down. Nebraska's got to scramble to the line of scrimmage. Courtney Herndon made the tackle. Peterson and Swift to the near side. End zone shot, McNeil all alone. Touchdown, Nebraska. Mike McNeil. Back-to-back weeks he's been in the end zone. 34-14 Huskers.
Nebraska had 2 plays called out of that last break. You know, they ran the middle screen to Peterson. It wasn't successful. They got right back to the line of scrimmage, and then they find McNeil from the tight end spot. Kansas State trying to man up. That's a mismatch. Alex Rebeck cannot stay with McNeil. That's the smash route, the corner route to the end zone. Nebraska is able to get that one done, but credit the coaching staff. The 2 plays, Drew, the only way you can do that is with 2 plays called after the first down. Then you come in second down the middle screen. Doesn't really work. You get back right back to the line of scrimmage. It forces Kansas State to play something base. Then you call a play where you know the tight end's going to have a mismatch. Great game planning from the Nebraska coaching staff right there on that last series.
Hello, sports fans. I'm Bernie Federico, and I'm a big fan of Cabinets, Flooring, and More. And here's why. When you buy any of our high-quality, low-price, in-stock vanities, we'll throw in a stylish granite vanity top for free. You can spend $300, $400, or $500 on a vanity top, but why? That's a free granite top with the purchase of an in-stock vanity at any of our 3 convenient locations: University City, Shrewsbury, or Collinsville. With plays like this, it's easy to be a fan of Cabinets, Flooring, and More.
If you plan on building, furnishing, or remodeling your home, or you're just tired of paying retail, don't spend another dollar. Now, you can enjoy an incredible selection of top quality name brand products priced up to 50% less than retail. Take the first step towards saving hundreds or even thousands of dollars on nearly anything for your home. Call for your free Direct Buy Insider's Guide to Buying Direct and learn what retailers don't want you to know. Each full color page of the Insider's Guide is packed with powerful information. Discover some of the hundreds of thousands of products available from over 700 name brand manufacturers. Everything, including furniture, cabinets, appliances, flooring, lighting fixtures, and so much more, all without retail markups. At Direct Buy, you can't afford to miss this valuable opportunity. Call the number on your screen now to get your own Direct Buy Insider's Guide. You'll also receive a visitor's pass and map to the Direct Buy showroom nearest you. The sooner you call, the sooner you'll be buying direct. So call now.
We wanted images of the stores for this spot, but they just didn't do justice to Total Hockey. They didn't capture the dedication, the passion for the game, the capabilities of the staff, or the breadth of the equipment. I'm asking you to come see for yourself. Whether you're a fan who wants a jersey or a player who needs new shin guards, you'll find the right solutions at Total Hockey. Come see why Total Hockey was chosen to be the official ice hockey equipment retailer throughout the nation by USA Hockey. We don't do anything else.
Now Carson Kaufman has his helmet on, and he is going to go into the ball game with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, and K-State trailing 35-14. Josh Freeman was standing a moment ago next to his head coach Ron Prince with a skull cap on. He was stretching a little bit. I don't know if he got nicked up, but there he is on the sideline. And it'll be Carson Kaufman, the 6'3" sophomore from the state of Missouri, who has a more famous brother who's one of the best tight ends in the country for the Missouri Tigers. And of course, his dad Paul played at K-State as a tight end and had an 11-year NFL career. So Carson Kaufman takes over at quarterback for K-State. 3-step drop, and Pierce with the catch. Good throw.
Right where it needed to be. Kaufman with some early accuracy right now, right out of the gate, even on a cold day. That's pretty impressive. Able to put the ball high into the outside where only Pierce can get it. And especially a good throw because Anthony West, the corner for Nebraska, had his back turned to the play. And as a quarterback, you're taught if his back is turned, just throw it right now. He did that. Nice play for K-State.
Bunch formation, toss sweep. Logan Dole lowers his pads, and on his second carry of the day, gets about 3 yards. True freshman from Garden Plain, Kansas. There's the numbers on Carson Kaufman. And last week he got some action against Missouri. 20 of 33 overall this year. A little more than 200 yards. And Dole will have about 6 or 7. So it's not Lamarck Brown, it's not Josh Freeman. It's a couple of backups.
Good blocking up front right here. They're going to pull the whole right side of the line, a kick out, and then a lead up onto the Mike linebacker, and a good run from Dole. You saw him kind of sneak behind his blocker there. That's great patience from the running back. Anytime that you're going to pull and kind of run that power scheme, Drew, you've got to have patience from the running back position. We saw Logan Dole have it right there on that last play. Ron Prince saying this week that this is a playoff game. We win 2, we go bowling. And so much talk around the country this time of year about getting to 6 wins. Yeah. So you want to try to do better than that. Naturally, every program does. But the bowl opportunity is huge, Joe, I imagine, from a player's perspective. Yeah. But from a coaching perspective, it's also growing some of your red shirts and some of your younger players. It's almost like it's like multiplying your spring ball by 3, because you get 30 bowl practices, you know, or the equivalent of about 30 practices in there that are just extra that you get to develop those players as well as prepare for another game week. And it's critical if you want to build a program that's going to continually compete at the highest level every year.
Here's Banks. First time they've given it to him in the running game. It's really just his second touch offensively in the game.
They're trying to get him the ball different ways, and they've really got to. You can see why he's such a playmaker here. It's just going to be a backfield handoff. I think he was a little bit late getting there. That's why there was able to be some pursuit by Nebraska. But he's got the ability on the outside. And good blocking there from the offensive line. They've played a lot better in this second half thus far for the Wildcats.
Keep the tight end in. Kaufman has Murphy, and Murphy to the 4-yard line. Carson Kaufman with a wonderful pass to Dion Murphy.
And a sensational job by Murphy, because he was actually knocked out of bounds by the corner on that side, but Kaufman stayed with the play and delivered a beautiful pass right on the money. Murphy, after he comes back into play, he just looks for it, and it's right on his chest. He's able to get it down inside the 5-yard line. Another big play for Kansas State in the passing game. Really only a couple bright spots so far offensively, but this is definitely one of them. A nice drive put together by Carson Kaufman.
Dole on a toss, and he leans to the 1-yard line. Tackled by number 6, Armando Murillo, the senior from Tampa, Florida. 2nd and goal at the 1.
That's a good open field tackle by Murillo right there. K-State's going to hurry up and get right back on the line of scrimmage.
And Dole's going to lose a yard. Penetration from Larry Asante, who's the leader of that defense, certainly on the back end, the strong safety from Alexandria, Virginia.
Well, we talked about the coaching staffs, about bright spots, and the players really playing well. Almost first out of his mouth, Larry Asante is playing terrific for the Nebraska defense thus far this season.
Well, they keep running toss out of that bunch formation, and Dole stood up at the goal line. He did not get in. It's 4th down.
Boy, that was close. That's some strength right there from the Nebraska secondary, excuse me.
I think it's Asante again.
I think it was. Murillo was over there. Asante was over there. There he is.
Bo Pelini told us a couple of weeks ago he wants to keep that pipeline going, resurrect it. Gold on 4th down, and it's Kaufman trying to sneak in. No signal.
No, they're not going to give it to him.
touchdown. Nebraska holds. You know, the K-State offensive unit has not left the field yet.
And the linesman close to us, Drew, he blew this dead before this last push. See this last push right there? He blew it dead beforehand. You saw the arms going. I don't know exactly why he did.
Ruins on the field. Is down by contact prior to the goal line. The play is under further review.
I don't know about that. You know what? I think that's a touchdown.
It very well could be. I mean, from our angle.
We don't know when the whistle blew, but watch this. I don't think he's ever, fully stopped. He's still, the pile's still moving. There's twisting and turning, and he ends up.
So you see the linesman start running in. Yeah, he's definitely never down. The linesman is running in as if his forward progress was stopped, and he's going to blow it dead.
I mean,
he was moving. He was moving.
Yeah, he's got traction still. That's how he ended up a yard into the end zone.
I think that they're going to give him this touchdown.
Yeah, but again, it's hard because when did the whistle blow?
Well, his arms aren't up. I mean, the ball is clearly across the goal line before the official starts waving his arms. So if they just go by that, Drew, I think that they're obviously going to give him this touchdown. Carson Kaufman, you're right, his feet never stop.
Whatever the result, Carson Kaufman with a very nice job on this drive.
Good drive, wasn't it?
Yep. Let's get the ruling.
Video review confirms that the quarterback did get the ball across the goal line. Touchdown.
And you know what? Good for the crew upstairs. I think they got it right.
I think that they did too. You're absolutely right, Drew. I don't think he was ever really stopped or he was ever not moving forward. So a great drive right there from the backup quarterback. Carson Kaufman comes in, takes the Wildcats right down the field. That's exactly what they needed. A little life on their sidelines.
Brooks Rossman, good hold. And it is 35-21. So K-State gets a lift from their backup, Carson Kaufman.
Just never quit on the play, able to stuff that ball into the end zone. He was arguing for it right away, wasn't he? He knew he got in there.
Hey Rams fans, St. Louis area Taco Bell restaurants have an incredible deal for you. Savings passes good for $10 or more off tickets to selected Rams home games. Right now at Taco Bell, get a savings pass good on tickets to the November 30th game against Miami. Plus, your Taco Bell savings pass also gives you a chance to win a trip to a Rams away game. Get complete details at Taco Bell or at stlouisrams.com/Taco Bell. Savings passes and game ticket quantities are limited, so hurry to Taco Bell now.
I got $583 from cashforgold.com. All I did was look through my drawer full of jewelry that I never wear.
Turn your unwanted or broken jewelry, gold, silver, platinum, rings, chains, and bracelets into cold hard cash from cashforgold.com.
I had no idea my gold jewelry was worth so much money.
With gold, silver, and platinum at their highest value in decades, cashforgold.com is able to give you top dollar for your unwanted jewelry. And because we own our refinery, we can cut out the middleman, which means more cash in your pocket.
I sent in my diamond wedding band from my first marriage and got money the very next day.
Just call the number below and ask for your free, prepaid, insured refiner's return pack. Fill the envelope with your unwanted or broken gold, silver, and platinum jewelry and mail it to our processing center. A safe, reliable transaction with satisfaction guaranteed.
Call 1-800-652-9086. Call now.
We are set for the fourth quarter. Nebraska leading Kansas State 35-21 from Manhattan. Here's my partner on the left, Joel Klatt. Sean Watson, offensive coordinator at Nebraska, your coordinator when you played collegiately in Boulder.
Yeah, and the thing that I really respected about Sean is not only was he, just a caring guy and tried to build you up as not only a person and a man, but he coached the game of football tremendously well. The first thing that he ever taught me, the first day I stepped on campus, was defense. We sat on the chalkboard and we went over defenses, and he says you can't learn how to be a quarterback until you understand how defenses line up and what their objective is, especially in the run game and pass game. But, he did a great job teaching everybody the offense, all of us quarterbacks. And what I see right now from Joe Gans is that he has done that with Joe Gans because, Drew, the decision-making today, I've been very impressed. Every single time that he's been out of the pocket, he's found an open man. He steps up in the pocket when it's need be. He rolls out of the pocket when need be. He's made good decisions as far as the check game goes, as well as on the edge running the football. So you know that Sean has spent a lot of time with him, and as a quarterback, you got to respect the guy that's going to sit in there, teach you the game, and allow you the opportunity to succeed. And that's what Sean Watson does for every one of his quarterbacks.
Deep ball and just out of the reach of 17, Todd Peterson. The coverage by Otis Johnson, and even that on a near miss was a very good throw. He was 100% on his checks last week. Yeah, and there's a lot of checks. Trust me, this offense is almost identical to the one we ran, and we see right here the former high jumper from high school, Peterson, trying to go up and above and catch this ball just right through his hands. But we ran this offense. There's a lot to take care of as the quarterback, and Joe Gans does it extremely well. Here's Gans running again, makes a man miss, inside the 10, gets a block, end zone, touchdown. Well, if we're going to brag on you, might as well make a play. That's good timing, isn't it? On cue. Nice run, and he's been running all day long on this Kansas defense. A zone read, the defensive end crashes down, and again, the elusiveness. Not necessarily blazing speed, but he's got the quickness to make people miss. He makes a linebacker miss, gets into the end zone. And Drew, how about that blocking downfield? Nate Swift on the 2-yard line, getting after it, able to put Joe Gans into the end zone with some great blocking. 42-21, 10 carries, 81 yards. And a touchdown for Gans, and in the air he's 14 of 22, 211, and a couple of touchdowns. And the only way you can do that is if you got guys battling downfield. Blair Irvin would have had a chance at Joe Gans, but Swift was on him like glue at the 1-yard line for most of the play, and Gans was the beneficiary. He's able to punch it in. Running the football is not his forte. I mean, nobody talks about Joe Gans running the football. He's rushed for 81 yards today. Joe, you look at this conference, and it is a frequent conversation not only in these parts but around college football, because the conference, in our opinion, is the best in college football. Yeah. And all the quarterbacks, and Colt McCoy and Harrell, and all these guys who get a lot of attention, and well, they should. Absolutely. Don't leave out Joe Gans. I think I've been saying this for weeks now. He is the most underrated quarterback in this conference, and he just gets overlooked just a little bit because Nebraska's not necessarily on that national elite stage as a team yet. I think they're headed there. I think they've got some great things in place, especially with Bo Pelini. But Joe Gans, going back to a point you were making, Drew, his last 13 games before today as a starting quarterback, you go back to last season, those last 3 games, and then the first 10 of this season, his numbers are unbelievable. 4,200 yards passing, 34 touchdowns, 8 300-yard games. The 4,200 yards passing in those 13 games would be 5th most in school history by themselves. I mean, that's amazing. And the most important stat, a team stat, 38 points a game in those games. And again today, over 38 points. He's got 42 on the board. He's done a sensational job. You talk about a guy who was beat out last year by Keller early in the year, waited, was ready when called upon, and then comes in and has the type of 14 games now that we're talking about he's having. I mean, that's a sensational career in a short amount of time. And you can tell he's got that personality where the guys around him, they love to play for him and with him.
You saw it on that last play. Nate Swift selling out at the 1 yard line, trying to put him into the end zone.
Here's Banks. He's got room. Brandon Banks. Great blocking downfield. He's going to take it the distance. Right back at you, says Brandon Banks. Is he fun or what?
I tell you what, he hit the edge so fast.
97 yards on the return.
Brandon Banks, the decisiveness of this run. Baits the defense inside, then he goes outside, gets some good blocking, sets up the edge, and now he's gone. Look at that stride. Just for a small guy, Drew, he runs so fast. You know, he's not only quick, but he is fast when he can just stride it out like that. Takes it all the way into the end zone.
And there is a difference.
No question. There's absolutely a difference. You see, well, let's point it out. Joe Gans, he's shown some elusiveness and some quickness in short situations. He doesn't necessarily have that down the sideline speed. What we just saw from Brandon Banks is a little bit of both. Some quickness. On the start of this run, watch how he baits the defense inside. He stays within the hash marks all the way till the 20-yard line, Drew. Then he goes outside. He forced the coverage to stay in the middle. Then he goes outside, and then some great moves right at the end, turning the Nebraska defender around, getting into the end zone. He's a fun player to watch. I tell you, here's another guy that goes kind of overlooked in this conference because you got so many great wide receivers. You got Des Bryant, Jeremy Maclin, Shipley,
Crabtree.
Yeah. Leaving out Michael Crabtree, who's probably going to be a Heisman finalist.
For you hunters and fishermen looking for more information, tips, techniques, where-to-goes, and how-tos,
you can catch myself, Bob Richardson, my partner Larry Woodward on the Bass Pro Shop Hunting and Fishing Report.
Every Thursday evening, right here on the Fox Sports Network.
We are Woods, we fix basements for your peace of mind.
Hi, I'm Jill Farmer, and I highly recommend Woods. Go to woodsbasementsystems.com.
The Red Bull Air Race World Series continues. 250 miles per hour, 10 G's. Motorsport's ultimate thrill ride. Wow! This season, pilots battle head-to-head over the most spectacular locations across the globe. The world's most dangerous sport takes flight. The Red Bull Air Race World Series from Porto, tonight in HD.
Velocity Indoor Karting has specials all week long. Tuesdays are half-off racing all day long. Thursdays are only 50 cents a lap all day long. And Sundays, noon to 3 is Kids Day, 8 to 12-year-olds only. Also, don't forget to book your corporate, business, birthday, bachelor, or Christmas parties at Velocity Indoor Karting. Open Monday through Thursday, 3 to 11 p.m. Friday, 3 to midnight. Saturday, 11 a.m. until midnight. And Sunday, noon to 10 p.m. See us at VIK2008.com. Velocity Indoor Karting, 72nd and L Street, behind Rod Cush's 7-Day Furniture.
What a rush!
Home is a feast. It's where you bring people together. Home is Furniture Row, where everyone can have a place at the table with our Thanksgiving Savings Event. Enjoy no payments and no interest until 2011 with no down payment required. And get prices back by our 200% guaranteed lowest price pledge. Prepare your home for the holidays at Furniture Row. Don't miss your last chance before Thanksgiving to pay absolutely nothing until 2011. Furniture Row Outlet. Home to good stuff for a great deal less.
You're watching FSN.
Back at Bill Snyder Family Stadium in Manhattan, Kansas, Drew Goodman, Joel Klatt, Joel Goldberg. More than 50,000 in the house, and Nebraska with a 2-touchdown lead. Elsewhere in the Big 12, down the road, 85 miles to the east in Lawrence, who is all Longhorns today, the third-ranked team in America, 35-7 over Mark Mangino's Kansas Jayhawks. Baylor beating up the Aggies, and later on, Missouri will be in Ames to take on the Cyclones.
I'll tell you, Baylor is a great story in this league because they have been really at the bottom of the conference, let's say, for a long time, Drew, and they've got a player right now in Robert Griffin that could really turn that whole program around. to the point where they're, maybe not competing with Oklahoma and Texas, but where they're going to bowl games each and every year.
Well, similar to what we were talking about with Joe Gans, he kind of gets lost with all the other great quarterbacks. So does Griffin.
Absolutely.
Good throw on time. It's Swift. Breaking tackle. Swift. Flip side of the 50 out of bounds at the K-State 41. Shoddy tackling by Kansas State as Nebraska's closing in on 500 yards of offense.
Yeah, and they've done it with, both facets of the game, passing in, throwing right on time. Joe Gans hits his 5th step, throws right away, and as a quarterback, you love it when your wide receiver has the ability after the catch, like Nate Swift does, to get downfield, gain you some more yards. Nice momentum play right here for Nebraska, but Nate Swift has really impressed me all season long with his ability after the catch to run after Joe Gans gives him the football.
484 yards of total offense. Castile, he just blew up a would-be tackler in the hole. He knocked somebody right on his backside. That's a pancake for the running back.
No question about that. I've said this a bunch today, but decisiveness. I think decisiveness is what allows you to play the game fast. And that's what the coaching staff said that they want out of their running backs at Nebraska, is they want them to play fast. The only way you can do that is if you're not thinking. Well, Castile was not thinking right there. He said, I'm going over you in a hurry.
And that was a linebacker, it was Houlihan. Short side option into the boundary, and it's well defended. As Castile is upended by Blair Irvin.
Yeah, a rare missed assignment from Nate Swift. He was supposed to block Blair Irvin. The wide receiver's run block responsibility right here is most dangerous player. If you're in a jam corner situation like Blair Irvin was right there, close to the line of scrimmage, the wide receiver has got to block you. Swift let Irvin go. That's going to be an MA when you're talking about a grade sheet tomorrow in the film session.
In the direction of Swift, Irvin crumbled. I think he got hurt. He's still down at the 25-yard line. It'll be another first down for Nebraska. He had the man coverage on Nate Swift. A little more than 12 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Quentin Castile remains the running back next to Gans. And he gets the football. No, Gans keeps it to the end zone. Touchdown.
Another great fake from Joe Gans. Everybody, Drew, including you, thought that Castile had that football. The zone read, that just goes to show you it's not just a token fake. If you stick it in there, really ride the belly of the running back, you're going to draw a lot of people in there. You see him ride him in, take the step, defensive end crashes, and then the decisive north and south running. I can't stress that enough. That's what makes him successful running the football. Not blazing speed, decisive running, north and south, getting himself into the end zone.
Gans closing in on 100 yards rushing. He's got 95 and a couple of touchdowns. What a day for the senior from Palos Heights, Illinois.
When you hear Show Me's, what do you think of?
Wings.
Wings?
Cold brew.
Maybe it's those little pink shorts.
No, it's the wings.
When you have an appetite for fun, it's Show Me's.
Showme's.com.
If you plan on building, furnishing, or remodeling your home, or you're just tired of paying retail, don't spend another dollar. Now, you can enjoy an incredible selection of top quality name brand products priced up to 50% less than retail. Take the first step towards saving hundreds or even thousands of dollars on nearly anything for your home. Call for your free Direct Buy Insider's Guide to Buying Direct and learn what retailers don't want you to know. Each full color page of the Insider's Guide is packed with powerful information selection. Discover some of the hundreds of thousands of products available from over 700 name brand manufacturers. Everything, including furniture, cabinets, appliances, flooring, lighting fixtures, and so much more, all without retail markups. At Direct Buy, you can't afford to miss this valuable opportunity. Call the number on your screen now to get your own Direct Buy Insider's Guide. You'll also receive a visitor's pass and map to the Direct Buy showroom nearest you. The sooner you call, the sooner you'll be buying direct. So call now.
The night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. With Ma in her kerchief and I in my cap, we just settled in for a long winter's nap. When out on the dock arose such a clatter, I jumped out of bed to see what was the matter.
Ho, 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 ho. The Aviva Fishing Buddy. You get everything you need to get on the water. Plus, for even more discounts, visit GoAviva.com. This boat really catches fish. That's GoAviva.com.
This week on Pro Football Preview.
They still have playmakers. They still can score.
Our insiders break down the NFL's biggest stories. Pro Football Preview, Friday.
This should be the final snap. And Mendoza keeps it in bounds, dropped at the 35-yard line. And the final seconds will tick off here in Manhattan. Nebraska will win it 56-28. They improve to 7-4. 4-3 in the conference. K-State will fall to 4-7, 1-6 in conference play. And after a fairly tight first quarter, Nebraska dominant on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and they really showed it at the line of scrimmage. Joe Gans had a tremendous day, really night to night, both passing and running the football. Ended up running for 95 yards, so tremendous day for him. But that defense, I think that they did a sensational job today. Held Kansas State to only about 240 yards of total offense. This is an offense that was ranked in the top 30 as far as total offense goes in the country. They've done a nice job tonight.
I think it's a safe bet that when they go to practice early next week, the black shirts will still be in their locker.
I would expect that, yes.
Yep. 56-28 the final score. It'll be a happy ride back to Lincoln, just a couple-hour drive for the Big Red. Let's get it downstairs to Joel Goldberg. Joel?
All right, Drew, thanks a lot. And over 600 yards of offense, yet the scoreboard looks like a blowout. This Kansas State team hung with you for quite a bit of it.
They did. You know, we were sloppy a little bit there in the second half. And, we got some things we need to clean up. Well, we did a lot of good things, but there's a lot still for us to clean up. But we got to win, and the kids played hard. We just got to play smarter and not be so sloppy. But I'll take it, and we got one left.
How about the performance of your quarterback today?
He's, Joe's been doing it all year long. Especially, he had that interception happen to him early, but he has such character and he's such a leader. He comes back and he played his tail off.
Finally, I know one more to go plus a bowl game, but to have 7 wins in this first year of the program, what does that mean?
Well, bottom line is, the thing I'm concerned with most is our team reaching our potential. And we haven't done that yet. We haven't put 4 quarters of our best football together. Now I'm hoping we can get that done.
Congratulations. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you so much.
All right, that is Bo Pelini, and before we head back upstairs, we are joined right now by the quarterback that Coach is talking about, Joe Gans, the Nebraska faithful back there cheering. What about the offense and your performance today, over 600 yards?
They played great. The guys up front, they played their hearts out today, and they left it all on the field, and that's all I can ask for. And they were opening up lanes for me. They were protecting during the pass. We kind of started off slow, and we didn't want to do that, but we regained everything. We came back out. We played really well.
How critical was that for you to overcome that early interception and get back on track?
It was big. I didn't want it to lead to other mistakes. So I have to have a short memory and just realize that it was one bad play and just forget about it and move on. I didn't want it to lead to more interceptions or more negative plays for this offense. So I just put it out of my mind and just kept going.
2 final things. First of all, the ability to run today. You were tucking the ball and doing a lot of damage with that.
Oh man, I'm tired, I'm tired. I don't know how those old Nebraska quarterbacks did it all those years, but we knew coming in that it was just going to be a good set of serious plays that we had with the QB keeps, and everything worked out. The perimeter blocking was really great, and that's what really sprung me.
Final thing, our analyst up in the booth, Joel Klatt, played at Colorado. for your offensive coordinator and talked about what a big influence from day one Sean Watson was on him. How about for yourself?
Oh, I mean, it's the same thing. He's taught me so much about the game of football that, I owe a lot of my success to him. And I'm so glad that he stayed here. And it was such a big thing for this offense and for me to have Coach Watts back.
Congratulations. Great job today.
All right, thank you very much.
It is all over in the Little Apple. Nebraska 56-28 over Kansas State. They produced 610 yards of offense.
The Wrangler Pro Rodeo Tour Championship kicks off. Only the world's toughest cowboys remain in the 14-week battle for the championship crown.